What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. The Indianapolis Colts and Kenny Moore are currently going through a contract dispute. Not really a contract dispute. Kenny Moore just wants a little more. He is getting paid, a little under what he's probably worth. He's a very good slot corner. Doesn't really play on the outside, so that's something that we do have to talk about here today, and why maybe he's not getting more money. But yeah, if you enjoy Colts content, NFL content, make sure you like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on so you know any future videos. And let's get into the video. So Kenny Moore, first off, I want to say he is primarily a slot guy. So you're not gonna go and pay a primarily slot guy premium cornerback money like 18, 19 million a year. That's even a lot, but Stephon Gilmore got 13 million a year. So you look at Kenny Moore, he's an elite leader. Elite leadership, great in the locker room, could get a team fired up. Locker room loves him. He's a very good player for the community. There's not many drops on him. There's not many things on him that you get mad at him. That's not, worth what he wants. But there does come a limit and a point where you gotta say, okay, that's too much. But Kenny Moore wants a few more. Wants a few mil. I feel like he's even better than when he signed this contract 4 years ago. So it's fair for him to go and want a little more. I don't think this is selfish at all. You look at the market, yeah, he doesn't play the outside. He's not the greatest of slot cornerbacks. I will say that. But him being in the slot, being a premier corner in the slot, he deserves maybe 8, 9, 9.5 million a year. No, he is already getting paid 8, maybe 10. Maybe 10, 10.5, I think would be solid, would be fair. It's still a little much for just a guy that's going to play slot corner. That's no bump on him. That's no, I'm not trying to get after him on that, but, it's just who he is. You kind of look at Nyheim Hines. He's not really, he's very talented. Very, very talented. And he's more of a scat back type of guy. He comes out of the backfield. He goes in for a run or two maybe. You can put him in the slides, very versatile, but he's not a premier player at his position. He's not a top 5 running back, so he's not going to get premier money. He's not going to get crazy money. But he does deserve a decent amount of cash for the impact that he does make on the team. Kind of similar with Kenny Moore. He plays in the slot, not a premier corner on the outside, kind of a premier corner on the inside, like Nyheim Hines is is kind of like a premier playmaker, I guess you could say. That's no knock on Nyheim either. He's super talented. We just have players that like Jonathan Taylor, who's just out of his mind. And then Kenny Moore, he deserves maybe 10 million a year, 10 million a year, 10.5. Yeah, I think once you start going to 11, maybe even 10, 10.5 was a little much. But Kenny Moore, I don't think he's selfish at all. It's just the nature of the NFL. We think differently than these players who have put their bodies through everything to get to the point where they are, to making what they are. They worked all their lives. They didn't just, most of them play since they're 3 or 4. They, not 3 or 4, but you get what I'm saying. They start at a very young age. And that means the NFL, maybe 4 or 5 years. They played college for a few years, 4 or 5 years. They played high school 4 or 5 years, 4 years. And then, the little leagues. So don't forget, what it takes for these guys to get all the way to the point where they are, where they are now. 30 years into the job, you want a promotion. You want more, especially if you're one of the best of your job, if you're one of the best of your position. And that's what Kenny Moore wants. That's the analogy. That's the, my reasoning behind why he wants more. We think differently than these athletes. We think a little differently. It's just how athletes are. They don't think the same as us, So, you guys let me know what you think. How much do you think Kenny Moore should get? Do you think the Colts should bump him up more? I think so. I think he's deserving of 9 or 10 million. Once again, I don't think he's selfish. He's just a player that's worked all of his life to get here. And he is paid, as one of the highest slot corners, if not the highest. I'm pretty sure he is the highest. But still, he's a very good player at his position. And he comes with the pack, he comes with the punch, whether it's in the locker room, on the field, whether it's his, nickel blitzes once in a while, give him a little more. We have some to spare, we have some to spend, and Quentin Nelson is coming up. That's something that we do have to watch out for, and that's why Chris Ballard has been stingy and stuff, but, nonetheless, give him the money. Not too much. There's a limit to everything. There's a limit to everything. You can't just go out and give him 14, 15 million a year. Now, you give him 9.5, 10 mil. I'm perfectly okay with that. Perfectly okay with that. Keep our leaders happy. Sometimes you gotta spend more money for players, that are very good. So you guys let me know what you think. That's all I got for you today. Thank you for tuning into the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. Hope that you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and put the post notification bell on so you can send me future videos. I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you, and JD to the W Sports Talk Show, signing off.